Hello again, everyone. Here, Witch Doctor, looking at the markets and just talking a little bit about the concept of confluence. Got a pretty cool, interesting question about the idea of confluence. So let's talk about this idea. What exactly, the question is, what exactly is confluence? So let me get this going and get my little tablet. When we're talking about confluence here, the question obviously is, what is confluence? And confluence is when you have a condition where you have multiple indicators, multiple concepts, multiple levels, multiple things coming into play at the same time. And it could be anything. For instance, a lot of times it comes into support and resistance. It talks about moving averages, trend lines. So confluence is when multiple factors come into play. Multiple factors come into play at the same place at the same time. Okay, and the idea here is that it can be either price action when we talk about support and resistance. It can be multiple moving averages. It could be levels. It could be Fibonacci clusters, multiple Fibonacci levels at the same place. I'm getting a little bit further into it than I wanted to. In this particular situation, what I have to demonstrate here is you have two different time frames. And you have a 240-minute chart. This is a 4-hour chart. And you also have a 60-minute chart. And the important thing here is that you notice on the 240-minute or the 4-hour chart, we have these moving averages that are coming into play right now. And it's giving us a short, potential level of resistance. So we have a resistance level here on the 4-hour chart. In addition, if you look here on the 60-minute chart, we also have this zone where we have these moving averages that are coming into play, this zone right here, which should also provide resistance. So essentially what you have is a confluence of resistance in this zone, okay? And the important thing here is that if we're just looking at the 4-hour chart, which is what I'm looking at right now, you can see these multiple moving averages, which are just basically almost the same moving averages, but they're in the same spot. And that's confluence. You have exponential moving averages and simple moving averages, and they basically are coming together in the same area. In the same sense over here in the 60-minute chart, you have the same thing where these simple moving averages are lining up with the exponential moving averages. That's one thing. In addition, you have where you have this time frame has moving averages in this zone, and this time frame has moving averages in this zone. And so that, in a nutshell, is what confluence is, where you have either indicators or levels that tie into one another on the same time frame, which is denoted by the different moving averages that come into the same play at the same level on the same time frame. And then you have the other concept, which is where you have multiple levels or multiple factors that come into play on multiple time frames, and they all basically give you a little bit more confidence about taking a trade, knowing that, hey, I'm not the only trader that's seeing this level. Maybe you're only looking at one moving average, but other traders in the world are looking at different other moving averages. So confluence is when multiple factors come into play at the same place at the same time, either on the same time frame or on multiple time frames. So that's confluence in a nutshell. And something that we say is that you're stacking the pancakes, or you're basically you're heightening the probabilities of a certain something to happen with higher probabilities. So I hope it helps, and we'll see how confluence comes into play in trading, in your tactics, and it's very important. I think it's one of the most important things that you need to learn is confluence. So good luck and hope it helps.